Good morning, everyone. What a perfect song. Home. Like Bet shared, that we wrote a bunch of songs that we could sing in church that were high consciousness and positive and light and freeing us all. And there are some great songs, and we might have a few more CDs out there, I don't know. But home is the place where we belong. And it's perfect for today, too, because just meditation. When we meditate, we truly go home because that's the truth of who we are. We are that love, we are that light of God. And if we can begin to understand and know who we are, wherever we go, we can be home. Wherever we go, we are home. And that's the power of meditation. And there's lots of different types of meditations and modalities and philosophies and things like this, but I'm going to come from a spiritual aspect because we're from a metaphysical Christian church. I teach meditation classes here, and I love it. I think meditation is one of the most powerful things that we can do for ourselves. The first thing I tell my students is meditation will reveal to you who you are. And then when you know who you are, your life will become a revelation. And it's beautiful because the story can just keep unfolding. To know who we are, that's the key to really look at whenever we do anything, how we're going to do it. When we know who we are, we know what to ask for. We were coming from that place of peace and silence within our heart, that truth, I am, So the meditation can be a powerful tool to unlock our true potential, which we have locked away under many false identities and hurts and confusion and ideologies and dogma. To go to that silence, that place within our hearts, the home, that's who we truly are, that's where we can truly reside. And if God is one and ever present, if we know who we are, we can be at home in the world. You see, there's not all this separation. We can be one with all of life on the planet when we know who we are. When we go within, these are some energies and consciousness that we can tap into when we go within. Within, we can receive guidance, creativity, meditate for health, enlightenment, commitment, peace, connect with God. And all of us, does everybody in here meditate or try to? Yeah, everybody tries. And you know what? We just have this inner yearning to. We have an inner yearning to go home, to connect back with God, our Heavenly Father. And then each has their own unique path. Each has their own unique path. There's not one way to meditate. The way that you can be still and move into silence and connect with God and your higher self, that's perfect. That is perfect. And just to give yourself permission and love yourself for finding that. And we all want to meditate more when we find out all these good things that we have within us, our potential, our treasure chest of qualities and gifts that we have to experience and to share with the world. So from spiritual perspective, here's the truth. You are spirit. You are spirit. And that's a big one. Well, we have to go there. It's time for us to go there because that's like our true identity. And forever, this is a kind of like a bumper sticker. How's that? Prayer is talking to God, and meditation is listening to God. And have you all heard that one? Prayer is talking to God, and meditation is listening to God. Now, when we're talking to God, for the most part, we're probably in our ego because we want something. God, help me get through this. Bring me blessings, blah, blah, blah. I need this. Do this for me. Talking. And a lot of times people talk and they just, brrr. There isn't a moment for God to get a word in. So meditation, listening to God, heart. Move into our heart. We can still ask a question, but that's where that be still and know comes in. Be still and know. Be still and know you are God. Simple phrases, but are powerful when we begin to understand them. But the first step is understanding that we are spirit. And life doesn't have to be random and chaotic when we wake up. Because now we can begin to make some choices in our life to follow the path we came to walk. So prayer, talking to God, meditation, listening to God. I wanted to take a different slant on this because meditation is my bread and butter. I breathe it, I live it, I love it. And the ultimate goal, what I tell all my students is like, we want to be a walking meditation. That's when we're at home everywhere, you see? And all we are is aware that we are one with everything. So we're not going there. No, we are. In a sense, we are. But so I was going, oh, help me out, God. Meditate. I'm going within. Help me, help me, help me. See? I wasn't whining, though. I was asking for guidance. How's that? So I was guided to read part of this chapter about Nicodemus. Has anybody heard about Nicodemus? He's a Pharisee, he's a lawyer, and he had seen Jesus teach and everything and liked it. He knew it was the truth, but because he was part of the Pharisees and that, he couldn't publicly, talk to him or even praise him, whatever. So he goes at night. In the dark of night, he goes to see Jesus. And he says, Jesus, I know you're the one. I can see that signet in your forehead and blah, blah, blah. And so this is what Jesus says to him. Nicodemus, hail, Master, hail. I know you're a teacher, come from God. For man alone could never teach as you have taught, could never do the works that you do. Okay? When Nicodemus first comes to him, because Jesus is aware, he knows all the people around him and everything. And this is what he says to Nicodemus. Full blessed are the pure in heart. Okay, we start becoming aware of who we are and what we really want to experience in life. Twice blessed is the fearless pure of heart. Okay, taking a step to maybe follow our guidance, to follow our truth. Thrice blessed are the fearless pure in the heart who dare to make confession of their faith before the highest courts. And see, Nicodemus, he was in the highest courts, and he couldn't do it. You see, that was one of the laws that he was holding himself to. In which, don't we all have stupid little laws within us that hold us in prison to an outer program? How's that? And so that's what I wanted to look at that. So Nicodemus, he's coming from there. He's waking up. He sees the Christ. He sees that God essence coming through. And he wants to connect with it, know about it and everything. But in his position, he can't do it because of his ego. Also, how's that? Okay. So this is what Jesus says to him. Except a man be born again, he cannot see the King. He cannot comprehend words I speak. And we've heard all that before. Except a man be born again. You can't see this. And so the famous thing that Nicodemus says is, what? I can't crawl back in my mother's womb and be born again? And Jesus says, no, you must be born again in water and Holy Spirit. You must be born again in water and Holy Spirit. What's that? So metaphysically, we say you must be born again in water is we have to begin to look at our emotions, look at the emotions that we have stuffed or the emotions that we have let run wild, and let our emotions flow, but to be aware of them. They're a great aspect of who we are, and this is how we can experience life on the planet. And then holy breath, okay, born of water and holy breath, is spirit. Okay, now we got to start identifying, who am I? I am my spiritual beings. So once we begin to experience life at this level, instead of holding stuff in and not sharing and accepting a false identity of who we are, mere mortal. See, a child of man is born of the flesh. A child of God is born of holy breath. You see? So our groundwork for today on this little take on meditation, to begin to understand who we are and how life works, and understand that we got to get out of the box. We have got to get out of the box. We've got to take off the identity, the clothing that limit us to a perception and a truth that isn't ours anymore. We just don't feel that way anymore. So I'll read a couple of phrases. In this chapter 75, and he says, when Nicodemus or Jesus is telling him all about this and being born again and all that, and then so Jesus says, the kingdom of the Holy One is in the soul. Men cannot see it with their carnal eyes. With all their reasoning powers, they comprehend it not. See, the kingdom of the soul is within the heart. And if we're in our head all the time, are we going to be able to comprehend what's in our heart? And there's a lot of people on the planet that never go into their heart. And we can live by reason and logic in the past forever, and we keep this circle going. And once we make that journey into our heart, I'm going to let my ego go. I'm going to open up the door, and I'm going to go in my heart, and I'm going to surrender my way and ask, is there a different way? Each of us has our own different way. And all we have to do is ask, and we'll receive it. To begin to ask, something's happening to us. God, help me. Go within. God, what do I need to do here? And see the difference? See, we came here to understand who we are. Meditation will reveal who you are. You are the son, the daughter of God, creator. And what you've created, you can recreate. So we've been running around little adolescents, miscreating and saying, did I do that? And not taking responsibility. But once we wake up a little bit and go, okay, if I created this, God, how can I recreate it? You see? We have to begin to accept the power that's within us. We've got to accept the power of God, the power of Spirit within us, because that's the creative fiat I am. So meditation, connecting us with who we are. Now, be still and know. Be still and know I am God. So when we're born again, okay, here's a good one for born again. Change the reference of your origin. Okay? Change the reference of your origin. Okay? Now, at that time, a lot of people knew of Jesus, and he's walking around talking, preaching, healing, and they go, oh yeah, that's Jesus. He's marrying Joseph's son from Marmion Way. See, they knew where he lived. They knew their house, the street number, and all that. It's true. It's true. But Jesus knew he was the Son of God. I'm the Son of God. This is what he spoke. And he told everybody. He didn't say I'm Joseph's son or Mary's son. You see, he changed his point of origin. When God is our Father, that's when we can really connect with that spiritual essence I am. You see? So that's a big first step. Like I said earlier, it's a big step. I am spirit. We change our point of origin. What's born of flesh is flesh. What's born of spirit's holy breath. Born of water, emotions flowing. We've got to allow our emotions flow. Born of holy breath, spirit flowing. Another thing he says to Nicodemus, the kingdoms of the world worlds are kingdoms of the sight. The kingdom of the Holy One is that of faith. Its king is love. And a lot of people, probably all of us, have faith in the world and have faith in the outer. We have faith that the sun's going to come up every day. We have faith that our car's going to start when we turn the key. We have faith in the things that we can see. And they had been living to the outer and living to these older limiting laws forever. And Jesus came to bring the light. Bring light. This is who you are. Ask from your heart what it is you seek. Ask from your heart your true identity. Here's one. Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes-Benz? My friends all have Porsches and I must make amens. Now what's asking that? Prayer? Ego? I need this, so I look like this. If we need a vehicle, Father, what would be the perfect vehicle for me to have at this moment in time in my life? You need a pickup truck, Patrick. You got to get to work. So I got a pickup truck. I've never had a Mercedes-Benz, you know what I'm saying? But do you see where our prayers can come from sometimes? They're really not coming from our truth. And it's time to come from our truth like 2,000 years ago. Come on. So now, and what it is, we've got to get out of our patterns and the lower laws, the laws of man that limit us. Because we have access. We have access. And we don't have to go anywhere except within. Within. To breathe, to move into the silence. To move into the silence. We sing one song here, it's called In the Silence. In the silence, there is a sacred place, a secret meeting place. God is there. What a beautiful song. It's a meditation. It's a meditation, really. But it's the truth. In the silence, there is a sacred place, a secret meeting place. And that's our heart, to go within our heart. And that's where that love and that power and that joy and that creativity and all those good things that we're seeking out there are within here. And to begin to trust that process that Jesus gave us, you see. The gift that he gave was that identity. We are the children of God, and we can connect with that. We can go within. And once we go within, what's mine to do here? What do I need to see here? What am I missing here? See, ask that. What am I to do? What would you have me do? Gosh, I'll tell you a secret. Last night, God, give me the words to speak tomorrow. You see? Because I don't want these to be my words. I want these to be God's words that come through us all. And everybody's going to hear a different story and a different word, but it's going to go into your heart, and it's going to be your perfect lesson for today. And everybody will get something different, and that's what's really neat. It gets us out of the box. We don't have to get the same thing here. We shouldn't. We're unique. The unique expression. So receive it and then express it in our unique whatever, our unique love, really. So within, wisdom, light, power, love. Who wouldn't want to connect with those? Most people on the planet are outer directed. And all that does is perpetuate what was. When we start going within and connecting with God, now we can begin to experience what can be. You see? First we recognize what is. I'm not happy here. I'm not happy here. Now we can go within. God, what do I need to do? Did you see? You ain't going to do it for me. What do I need to do? And we'll get a guidance or a hint or something like that. You know? Take a meditation class. Oh, that's a really good one. Read a book. Be on time. Whoa, what? Be on time? What are you asking me to do? You see, there's a lot of people that are never on time. Trust me, and I'm not judging them. But that might be limiting them some way. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's who I am. That's just who I am. I get where I want to go when I want to get there. How's that? Round and round. Change is good, but we want to change from within. Get the guidance from within, and then take the outer steps. And then the whole world will change before our eyes. And it's the house of God within the soul. The house of God within the soul. The silence. In the silence, that sacred place, secret meeting place. This is where we can go. All of us can go. When Jesus, how many times he'd go up on the mountaintop? He got away from the hustle and bustle so he could be in the silence. And he could commune with God, his Father. You see? And so sometimes we can't go to a mountaintop, but we can create certain experiences that would give us silence. Like if we're at home and you just tell everybody there, hey, listen, I'm going to go meditate, I'm going to shut the door, so y'all be quiet a little bit, you know, because I'm talking to God. Now, I don't think they want to mess with that one. Do you see? So, but you claim, what you're doing is you're claiming your space, you're claiming your sacred space. And if you're at home, you can create a sacred space. Cynthia and I, we got our sacred space at home. Every morning she's got her sacred space here. We meditate. It's the first thing we do when we get up in the morning. You know, we connect with God because that's our breath, holy breath. So we can do whatever we want to do. We just can be creative, can't we? We're the creative sons and daughters of God. The main thing is getting our guidance from within. We will get what we need to do to make it support, to make life support our journey. We're on a soul journey. Wouldn't it behoove us to go within our hearts, that secret place of God and our soul? That's where we get our true guidance, is within. So, silence. So, to go into silence, okay, here's some little steps to go into silence. How's that? Once we get a space. But once we know who we are, we can do anywhere. I mean, I know people that meditate in their car at lunchtime, things like that. They make it happen. They make it happen. And if we have to meditate in our car at lunchtime from work, that's perfect for us because it's showing us something about ourselves. This is important to me. I'm going to give myself this gift. And if you do that after a while, you will find that you'll be moved to better and better places. Do you see? Because the universe is going to really support that prayer of yours. That I want to move into silence. I want to commune with God. I want to tap into all my potential. So when Jesus is telling Nicodemus, you got to be born again, so you got to be born of water. So people, you know, we're so emotionally driven people, we get jerked around and we jerk around people, and it's not healthy to begin to balance our emotions. Be aware of them. They're not bad, but to be aware of them because they're tools that we can use to create with. And then that identity, I am spirit. So when we want to sit down and to meditate, man, the first thing we want to do is that, hey, let me close my eyes and let me close the door of the world away and let me turn within. That's why I said, close the door to the world away and open the door to your heart. And then ask to feel God. I ask to feel your love, Father. Take your awareness down into your heart. I ask to feel your love. Ask and you shall receive. Now you're in a space where you can begin to receive greater as you move into your heart. You're sitting there. You want to meditate. All these crazy thoughts are coming into your head. What am I going to make for dinner? Why is this happening? Da, 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 da. When these thoughts come in, if we see ourselves as a human, these thoughts are going to have more power over us than they should. But if we see ourselves as spirit, a divine being, and this isn't in our head, this is in our heart, the truth, I am spirit. Be still. Be still. Or claim, God and I are one. Ramp up that inner light. Ramp up that inner love. I am God. God and I are one. Be still. Now we're being creative. You see, we're not being a victim to the outer. We're being proactive in our life. We're being creative. So connecting with God, stilling the storms. You know, we hear the story of Jesus stilling the storms all the time, stilling fires and stuff like that. He did it from his heart. He did it from love. His heart connected with the heart of God, and fires cease. Winds calm down. And I know every one of you have had experiences something like that. I hope it stops raining so I can run out to my car, and then it stops raining miraculously. It happens to us a lot in little ways that we just forget. But if we could remember all the times that things have worked out for us, we'd truly be amazed. I was talking to someone this morning. This is how good God is. And they said something like, yeah, I just can't wait till God's grace kicks in. So I goes, well, you know what I think? God's grace is operating all the time. We're not aware of it. God's grace is operating all the time. We're not aware of it. And so meditation expands our awareness. That's what that walking meditation is. We're expanded our awareness, our consciousness, to connect with the life that we're walking through. Expanding our awareness to who we really are. And now we're one. We're at home with it. We're not separate. It's not animal, human, plant, anything like that. We are one. It's all one living life force energy. Creation. Never ending. What a way to live. What a way we can live. So as we create this positive, pristine state within us, I am the light, God and I are one, and then just be still. Be still. And just surrender. We begin to surrender. And sometimes it's powerful, more than we know, to just listen. To listen. It's powerful to listen to God, and it's powerful to listen to one another. When we totally go into our hearts and listen to someone, they might be going through something. They just might be talking. But if we go into our hearts, that shifts us into that divine consciousness. We're out of our humanness, in our ego personality center. I can hear from a different level of consciousness. I can hear what they're saying. A lot of people are talking, and we're listening. If we're connected with the heart, and they're going and telling a story, and what they're saying, I'm hurting. They're saying I'm hurting. There's 100 words around it. They don't know how to express that because of the emotions that are blocked within them. And that's what Jesus said. Flow those emotions. Give yourself permission to give freely and receive freely. Listening is so powerful. When we know who we are, we know what to listen for. When we know who we are, we know what to ask for. We know who we are. We live. We live. So as we enter the heart, that's that sacred space. And everyone can go there. That's the beauty of it. Everyone can go into their heart. It's our desire. And then the action step to create the place that's conducive for that for us. And then just surrender. It allows God to really be the force in our life in conscious expression. So, meditation this morning from a spiritual perspective, the idea or the concept that God wanted to share was, once again, that you are divine, you are spirit, you are my children, you're my sons and my daughters, you see. And it's in that consciousness to go forth. And if you go forth in that consciousness, you will see and know that life is perfect. Because we're not here to figure it out or make it right. We're here to accept that it's right. And that's a big step, but we can do it. We've been on this step for 2,000 years, and there's time to take that next step. We're in a new age to begin to demonstrate that a little bit more. Allowing that spiritual enlightenment to express through us a little bit more. So let's go within. So let's just close your eyes and breathe. And once again, as you close your eyes, ask that God's love fill you. And as you breathe in, feel God's love moving down into your heart, expanding your heart. And as you breathe, I call forth the light I am within my heart. And just breathe and see your heart begin to grow and expand big and bright and radiant. And just breathe and just surrender to the light I am, the love I am, that gentle breath. And just be aware of that light beginning to expand beyond your heart. It's almost like waves of light emanating from your heart center. And these waves of light are flooding through your body. From the top of your head to the bottoms of your feet to your fingertips, see your body filled with light. And just breathe. Just breathe and feel this energy. Light. I am. Breathe and feel. Whole, complete, perfect, light I am. I am whole, I am complete, I am perfect, light I am. And just breathe and see your body filled with light. See your chakras ablaze, being opened and cleared, allowing for that receptivity, giving energy, receiving energy freely, connecting you with the greater, connecting you with all. Feel your aliveness and feel your peace. And as you look up, you see this beautiful golden star just shining, showering above you that beautiful golden light of the Christ. And just feel that golden Christ light coming in through the top of your head, moving down through your whole body, to your feet, to your fingertips. And just feel the transformation in Christ's love, Christ's light. I am. Breathe and feel. Be still and know. This is who you are. This is who I am. Breathe and feel. And in your heart, say, thank you, God. And just breathe. Gently open your eyes. It's a simple meditation that can connect us with our true self, with God, the inner light I am, the universal cosmic Christ I am. Here's a benefit of this meditation. This is what Jesus tells Nicodemus. The winds blow where they please. Men hear their voices and may note results, but they know not from whence they come, nor where they go. And so is everyone that is born of holy breath. And so as we begin to allow holy breath to guide us, it's okay if people don't understand us. We understand ourselves. Be still and know. Yeah, God.